If I had to stake my life on one go bag that you can buy and take with you, it's this one. Stay Ready Outdoors sent me the HYDROSEN, basically the 72-hour bag. It's gonna be great for that. What I thought I'd do is lay it out in categories of equipment so that we can all learn together about how to do survival right. Before I dump everything out of here, let's talk about the pack itself. It's a hip belt pack. It's very robust, wears well, carries well. It's heavy, but it's not so heavy that a hip belt doesn't work well with. Now, I'm gonna get it all out on the table, laid out in categories, and we'll go through them all. A lot of people don't get this sort of thing, but it's critical to somebody like me that does survival for a living. Pouches are connected directly to this instead of, hey, just Velcro, it falls off and now you've lost it. I took this piece, I've got it hooked to the carabiner, and then these are mollied in, and even this piece has a small beaner that's attached, so it's just going to be there when you need it. And there's one piece in here, I really don't know how to use it. I need your help. Now that we got everything out, let's talk about the framework in which we're going to discuss this. We're going to walk through what is commonly referred to as the rule of threes. It's a very general understanding of your priorities in survival. I've definitely added one to the front end and the back end from what everybody else does. I think those reasonings are important, so let's get started. Rule of threes, you can't live more than 3 seconds without maintaining your situational awareness. Yeah, I added that in. Hate on me if you will. 2 things here. 1, they have a bag here that have all the directions and all the guides for everything in here that comes in one small package, okay? So make sure you go through this. There's actually an extra piece for the sheath for the SE knife. Number 2, Tiny Survival Guide. Real good compact guide. It is definitely one of those things that survival training and reading material should be absorbed ahead of time so you have the knowledge to do survival right. This is a fantastic little tiny guide. I say that because I wrote 80% of it. Fantastic little book to put in your kit. Can't live more than 3 minutes without blood flow and oxygen flow. Gives us an opportunity to talk about first aid. Everything besides this piece was inside this little bag here. The first aid symbol on it. That's important so you always know where it's at. First off, we have a tourniquet. I'm a big fan of tourniquets. I don't have any experience with this one. So do your due diligence. Read up on this, study to see the validity of this particular tourniquet. I'm not a medical professional, so I don't want to speak to that. Hospital grade superficial wound care. There's 2 of these in here. Fantastic. They are sealed up. You can take this top off, and then if you use what's in it, great. If you don't, you can squeeze it back together like a Ziploc bag. Trauma shears. And I've got everything in here the way it came, and I'm opening up as we get to it. Mini trauma shears, packs up nicely. You also have some high vent chest seals. So that's a fantastic piece. You have medical gloves, and you have some wound packing gauze. Some of the stuff that comes in a little tiny brick and expands the way you need it to. This is from North American Rescue. And then the tiny first aid guide. Same thing applies here. Great guide. Well, as soon as you get it, if you don't have training in first aid, get this out and read it. And if you don't have training, get yourself fixed. Get your first aid training from American Red Cross or Safety or American Heart, whoever, and definitely seek out a Stop the Bleed instructor. You'll learn a lot about tourniquet use and trauma medicine in a Stop the Bleed course. It's an absolute must. You have before you need it. You can't live more than 3 hours without maintaining your core body temperature. We have several things here. We have a very thick ply contractor bag. This is immediate shelter. Put a hole in the bottom of it, stick it over your head. You got a rain jacket, wind-proof jacket. Fill it full of leaves, you have a mattress. Fantastic. Inside of here, you have the typical reflective blanket. I just want to remind everybody as an educational piece, these are not heaters. The only way these work is to reflect heat back from you into it, and it reflects back to your body. If you lay this on the ground and lay down on it, it's not going to do you a hill of beans good. You need to wrap this around you, put it inside of this. Just be aware condensation is going to build up, so you're going to want to relieve that ever so often because it is going to reflect the heat that's coming off of your body. Hand warmers, seems like a little thing, but it's not. Put these inside that garbage bag and it's going to heat you up nicely. And again, these last for about 10 hours. Again, this is a 72-hour bag, you all. This is a great thing to have a vehicle. You're broke down on the side of the road. you have to grab and literally go somewhere, grab this bag. You've got the things that are going to keep you alive for 72 hours. You've got two fantastic pieces from Exotac ferro rod, and then you have the mini fire sleeve. Has a big lighter inside of it. This is a bellows. These are great to utilize to blow concentrated air into the fire. Then you have some fire plugs, which you light these up. They're going to burn really quickly. And I'm not using these because I actually am going to keep this kit and have it as a go bag for myself. And then you also have UCO matches. These are the stay lit matches, and they work exceptionally well, easy to light. They burn really hot, and they can handle a fair amount of moisture up to not being soaking wet. I'm going to add in the signaling component into the shelter building component of this as well, because once you get in a shelter, you should have things to signal. So you have Silume snap lights. These are fantastic. These are both green. You have an SOL whistle. Your voice does not go as far, nor does it get as loud as a whistle. That's why a whistle is a fantastic tool for survival. You have a signal mirror inside of this kit, and it has the directions on how to use it in the back. Here's the piece, you all. I don't know what it is. So sure, this is some sort of signal panel. I get that. But it's got this triangular piece that's multicam, and it has all these Velcro pieces in it. And I don't know, quite frankly, how to use it. So what you need to do is in the comments below, tell me how to use this thing, or point me in the direction of how to use it, or where to find out how to use it, because I want to know. All right, now we're going to get into 3 days. You can't live more than 3 days without water. We've got several things here as well. First off, we have some water bags. These are very thick ply. I've actually boiled water in these before, working for a federal agency. Don't recommend it on a regular, but in a true situation, it'll do that. Cana Provisions, I'm a big fan of Zach and Cana Provisions and all the things that they do. This is their personal water decon kit. They have several different kits here, but this is a fantastic addition to this HYDROSEN kit from Stay Ready Outdoors. Then the biggie. You've got the titanium cup with the Gray L system right here. The beauty of this is that you can use this cup on its own. Just make sure that when you're utilizing it, it is already clean, because it also comes with its own top. The way I store these things, I take the tops and put them in the bottom of this bag. This is from Campcraft Outdoors, Kentucky company. Go Kentucky, go Jason Hunt. You want to relieve some of the pressure here. Oh, I ain't gonna take the time to do that. Slowly. And then all of that will nest together inside the Campcraft bag. And I had this, if you noticed before, I had this attached to the bottom and had this attached to the carabiner so you don't lose it. It's no secret that I'm a huge fan and I love Right in the Rain material. Look how cute this little notebook is. Isn't that the greatest? Has a Right in the Rain pen to go along with it. It took me a while to figure this one out because I hadn't seen this one. You don't twist this. You push this little button down. Yeah, cool. You have a Sunto base plate compass, classic base plate. You can do everything you need to do with this base plate compass. Then you have this set of cards, and I'm pretty sure these come from Essie. I know they've been making them for years. Yeah, this is Essie. So you have some topographic symbols. You have different angles of measurement. You learn how to do the right and then up for your map. And then you have the protractors to be able to do exactly that. Fantastic little set for land navigation to go along with your notebook, your pen, and your Sunto compass. Last but not least, let's look at the tools, and man, are there some good ones in here. First up is the SOG multi-tool. Fantastic little tool. I am a huge fan of needle nose on multi-tools. Folds up very compactly. It's got all the things on it you would expect it to have in a multi-tool, and a pocket clip. You have a night core headlamp. Hold it, turn it on and off, and then once you get it on, boop, 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 and then hold it to turn it off. If you've never seen this before, this is something to be aware of. This kind of setup works really well with helmets. It'll work on your head too, don't get me wrong, but sometimes the regular Petzls and black diamonds that have the wider band don't work exceptionally well on helmets. So this helps to use that aspect of it too. Holy mackerel, it's an SE4. If you don't know what SE knives are, can't help you there. But SE knives are legendary in survival. They're fantastic blades. They are just bomb-proof, literally, it seems like. They keep an edge, and they have the coating on them that'll keep them forever. This one came with a MOLLE setup, so you could wear it on your belt or attach it to the pack itself. The next is the Smith's sharpening tool. You got a fine setup and a coarse setup, and you also have a tool so you can do serrations as well. Hey, and here's the thing. This is a 72-hour kit. You're not going to need this thing for a 72-hour kit on that SE because it's going to last that distance and a lot longer. However, here's what I recommend you do. Take the kit and get out and practice it with it. So if you do that, you're going to need this sharpener. Next is the 5000 outdoor battery from Nest Out. It's got a waterproof C and regular USB, so you can charge your phone. And I took the charger out and I used it and I lost it because it had a charging cord with it, and I lost it at a class. So it does come with charging cords as well. What we also have is the ExoTac Rip Spool, which is a bunch of duct tape. Oh my gosh, I'm a fan of duct tape for survival. It has some cordage in here, and this piece right here, if you're not aware, is a nice hardy needle. There's actually fire cord that's inside of here as well. I cannot emphasize enough, people forget this kind of stuff. Repairs in the field are critical. This is one of those things that'll take care of it. You got 125 feet of Inferno microcord from Atwood Rope Company. This stuff is hardy as crap, man. I've utilized this in class, not this particular row, but I've got a lot of this that we utilize in shelter building for survival classes. This stuff is the bomb diggity. And last but not least, the Silky Saw. I love myself a good Silky Saw. Can't beat it for cutting firewood or cutting pegs for shelter building or whatever it is that you need to cut with a good saw. It's got good grips on it as well, so you don't slip and cut yourself. I love these things. And heck, I always think like this, okay? These are the Ziploc bags that a lot of this stuff came into. How could I use that? I could use that to carry water. I could put my phone in there and keep it dry. There's all sorts of things that you, when you think creatively, can even use the garbage to your effectiveness. So that's it. Now I've got to figure out how to get all this stuff back in here, which I highly recommend, again, you do. Don't just buy this and throw it in your trunk and put it in the closet. Get it out and use it, and that way you know the effectiveness that you have. There's all sorts of pockets in here that I'm not even utilizing with what I was given. So I'm very pleased with how this has turned out. This pack, this hip belt pack, is another item from Grayel. You're gonna love it. Fantastic kit. It is definitely one of those things to grab and go, but just make sure, again, from an educational perspective, because that's what I do for a living, you've got to get out and practice with this stuff and know its capabilities and your capabilities, and the stuff you're deficient on, fix yourself, because the best classroom has no walls.